Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 for a Patreon cast for the week of October the 20th, 2025. Gonna be herO and herO here on Ultra Love. Top right, it is herO. Bottom left, it is herO. PvT in this economy, holy smokes. Don't cast very much PvT. Just because most PvTs are like 4 minutes long or maybe 8 minutes long, and I do like casting longer games on this channel, but this one hopes to be a slightly longer PvT today. I just want to see what's going on in the meta. And we got a probe scout here, blocking an expansion, blocking a barracks, harassing an SCV, forcing another SCV off the line as always. And what is your plan here today, herO? Is it going to be a 2-gate? Ooh, it's going to be gas. It's not going to be a 2-gate. That's fine. We're doing all right here. Not going to send zealots across the map and try to kill the Terran with beefy little zealot boys. Gas coming in from the Terran as well. Probably going to take each other extremely seriously, right? Because if you don't have gas, all you have are mineral units. When the enemy shows up at a PvT, no matter which side of the map you're on, you're probably just going to die, right? Zealots are really bad against things like cyclones and marauders, especially with concussive shell. And like even siege tanks can be pretty good against unupgraded zealots. And then the other side of it, right, if all you have are marines and a whole bunch of stalkers show up, or maybe a couple of depths show up, then you're just kind of dead in the water as Terran. So this is the same way it is in StarCraft Brood War as well. If you don't have the gas units, you're toast. There's the expansion from herO. He does want to be a little bit ahead of economy here, which is why he's blocking the hatch for herO as well. I mean, this is a heck of a block. And again, Terran doesn't really have to worry about this. You can throw down the command center here if you want, and then lift it and land it, and it's not as big of a problem as it is for Zerg or Protoss to get your expansion block. Cybercore coming in. Second gas on the way. Second base coming in. Very important for that to happen. And we've got ourselves a reactor here on the barracks here for herO. So is it going to be a lot of Marines? We've got a factory. Maybe we're going to swap the reactor onto the factory here after we make a couple of Marines, couple more Marines anyway. There's one Marine here hovering around in his power armor. We've got double gas. There you go. Making a couple more Marines. We can pump them out twice as fast with a reactor. That is a benefit to playing Terran, but Chrono Boost is also a good thing for Protoss as well. Got a Twilight Council. We are Chrono Boosting out an Adept. We've got a Stalker on the way here from herO. The early game of PvT can be pretty hectic, man. And yeah, again, if you're watching this the week of October the 20th, 2025, thanks for being a patron of mine. Love you out at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. Appreciate you supporting the content here in this year and on to 2026 as well. Starport 2. All right. This feels Widowmine droppy. Although that is a tech lab, but we could swap, the reactor onto the factory there, or the factory onto the reactor, I guess, as the case may be. Blink is on the way. And a funny thing happened in StarCraft. So they patched it, right? They patched it very recently. I don't have any games on the new patch, but when they patched it, they somehow managed to make it... Oh, this Adept doesn't want to come in here. No, it doesn't. Made it so that ghosts, if they have the Nova skin, the female skin of the ghost, it costs 3 supply, and dude ghosts cost 2 supply. And once again, not finishing. Just trying to see the Marine count more. Just double pumping Marines all the time. Cyclone coming in, medevac on the way. So obviously we had to fix that, right? So they go in and try to fix it, and they turn ghosts into units that cost -2 supply. They cost negative supply. You can make 500 ghosts in the released version of StarCraft 2 as of the time of this casting, which is October 9th, 2025. Like, I understand that Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard doesn't want to spend any cash at all on StarCraft 2, I get that, but my goodness, like, pay one tester. Pay one person to at least test the thing that you fixed. Like, I don't need a full regression test of the whole game every time you make a change. Fine, I get it. That's too much time. That's too much expense. But just have one person who goes in there and looks at the thing that they fixed and say, hey, are ghosts, are they weird at all? Let's make a ghost. And just kind of look around and see if they're okay. See if maybe they cost -2 supply. Absolutely insane and unhinged. Anyway, we got the Marines, we got the Cyclone, we've got the medevac. We already saw all that stuff sharking around here. 3 Stalkers not going to do very well against this particular setup. Yet going home. We're just kind of grouping up. We've got a siege tank now. We're getting Banshee Cloak. This is very rad. Big fan. I was going to go pick up the tank, I think, and bring it to the front. Yeah. Come on, tank. Come on, 2 Marines. Whoop, whoop. Let's go. Can we wait for 2 more Marines? No, don't need to do that. Here, getting a third base here. A little bit dicey. It's a 35 to 21 army supply difference. Charge is on the way, which really helps against pretty much everything the Terran is doing here. And, yeah, okay. Nice blink out of there. Wow. These Stalkers, nope. This War Prism maybe can represent Zealots. Zealots, kind of yes, but they're slow. This is a very dangerous push here, man. Extremely dangerous for herO. Marines, siege tank, sieging up. We've got SCVs here to repair the Cyclone as well. No third base for you. Not that this is something that herO's trying to do anyway. Stalker micro from herO, some of the best in the business here. He loses a couple, but not that many more. The tank positioning here is extremely dangerous as well. Banshee showing up. Just trying to, I guess, work away on this warp gate. Why not? Stalkers blink in. They did take down a tank. I think they got one of them. Still, 2 more firing away. And just kidding, they didn't. It was probably an SCV or a Marine. Bunkers getting thrown out of this position. See, this is why. This is why PvT is kind of a shorter matchup, folks. God, that warp gate's gonna die. Trying to kill some probes here, too. Draining all of the energy off of the shield battery if they can. Charge is almost done. Probes are dying at an alarming rate. We have Protoss out on the map, picking off reinforcements, maybe. But the Zealots are here. They want to charge on this so bad, but the charge is done in 3, 2, 1. Bam, let's go. Immediately moves the Zealots up to a position where they can come in, and here goes the attempt to break this. Bunkers up, getting repaired by the SCVs a little bit. Siege tanks getting 3 hits off as well. There's a big number of Zealots. This is way too much, I think, for Cure, and he is going to get shut down on this position. A few probes died, a few SCVs died, a warp gate died, and it's 46 to 29 army supply in favor of herO. And the counterattack is beginning now. He's heading right up the map, doing everything that he can to put some pressure on Cure on the other side of the base. The Marines have a lot on their minds. They have revenge on their minds. They're falling back. There we go. Let's rock and roll. And charging up on the counterattack. Blinking into the natural base. There are tanks here. There are 3 tanks and a bunch of Marines, though. This is pretty dangerous all of a sudden. I don't know if this counterattack's going to work either. So, yeah, 12, 13 SCVs going down. SCVs hold positioning, taking shots on these Zealots. They do have to flee. They do have to get out of here. And, oh my gosh, absolutely brutal. Brutal stuff. Banshee back here has got Cloak. Ends up getting 7 kills. This is 17 probes down to 14 SCVs killed. Both players have taken huge hits. We are doing War Prism shenanigans down here inside the main base of the Terran as well, trying to maybe kill that tech lab and cancel the combat shield upgrade, which would be nice. But Marines in general going to do pretty well against Stalkers and Immortals. And again, a couple Zealots if there aren't that many of them. Oh, God, this Banshee trying to get stuff done as well. Not so much. Maybe 1 kill on her before she gets wiped out. And we settle in. See, that's the trick about PvT, is that one of those attacks wins the game about 90% of the time. The Terran shows up with a 2-base attack and the Protoss falls over and dies. Or the Protoss cleans up the attack and then the Terran dies on the counterattack. Or it's just vice versa, right? The Protoss goes for a big 2-base timing attack, the Terran dies, or the counterattack kills the Protoss. That's it. We're basically done at 8 minutes, traditionally. Cloaked Banshee, 3 kills. How many Banshees have we made today? The 2? Yeah. 3 at least. And then War Prisms, Zealot shenanigans up here, killing 3 more SCVs. Third base finally coming in from herO, but it's a little bit late, man. I mean, economy right now is favoring the Terran because mules are incredible. He's got a worker advantage and he has mules, which is just like, oh. herO cannot be happy about this whatsoever. Psystorm on the way. Big fan of the Psystorm, and has been changed in that most recent patch. But again, don't have any games on that patch. I played some games, but no Protoss ever used any Storm against me. And it's like, well, I mean, you don't want to see me use Storm in a ladder game because I'm not great at Protoss is the problem. But I don't know. How hard can it be? Just click T for Storm and then click where you want it to go. And bam, Storm shows up, right? Maybe I should do that. Concussive Shell is on the way. It doesn't really counter Storm exactly, but, you know. Widow Mines in the mix. Okay, yeah. The Widow Mines in the front, absorbing, bruising up Zealots before they really get in here. Yeah, good hits. That's a good hit. That Zealot sacrificed himself. He turned around on purpose. Psystorm dodged. Again, it's so funny how little these Psystorms look considering the current state of Storm. It's really funny. Dude, this Banshee casually has 6 kills and it's going to die. It's out of energy for Cloak. Plus, there's an Observer here anyway, so See you later, alligator. Ghost Academy coming in at 949. Again, the intent was to make Ghost cost a little bit less or more. Wait, more? Anyway, Ghost supply has been changed. Okay, Ob's getting sniped out by Vikings. That's another big part of this, right? It's Marines, Vikings, Marauders, Medevacs, Widow Mines, Siege tanks on the map, potentially somewhere. Are we actually out of tanks? Nope, got one. On the map it says, I don't know where it is. Okay, whatever. Production tab is back. herO trying to find an angle, but Cure is rebuffing the attacks pretty darn effectively. Ghost's on the way. Free Stalker is free. Zealot count pretty hefty, and again, charging into this position. Psy Storm is kind of the answer to Protoss in general in this matchup. Can he break this third base? Army value 60 to 50 in favor of Cure. I think he's doing a pretty good job dodging the storms. SCV's taking a huge bath there, though. In the storm, Zealot's getting whittled out. However, Sentry going to die too. Once all you have left are Stalkers and Immortals, it's kind of time to get out of there against Terran, but 13 more SCVs died. 45 to 38 workers. Cure still has the worker advantage and the income advantage, but it's not as bad as it was just about 60 seconds ago. Stalkers, again, just trying to get as much value as they can. Left and right, dodging down. We've got more High Templar coming in because guess what? The Storms have been pretty effective today. They're not exactly... They haven't won the game yet, but they could. The day is young. The day is young at this point, everybody. Production tab says more Widow Mines, more Ghosts, and we need more Ops because of those Ghosts and those Widow Mines especially. Says herO. So 3 base to 3 base right now. Again, Cure's taking a lot of damage, but his economy is great. He can replace these losses, and he is. Production tab looks good. An EMP on this group of Zealots would be so nice. I'm not sure we have enough energy for that one. And okay, Widow Mine's getting hit. Warping in more stuff here. Army value is up for the Protoss. SCV is getting out of the third base entirely. Where are the additional reinforcements here? The production tab is full from Cure, but there's an Archon back there. The third base has to be lifted off, which just kind of puts us on even footing right now. EMP does get tossed down on the Archon. The Archon needs to get popped immediately, and it does. Great EMP there. More SCVs died left and right, warping in more Zealots. The Zealots are just so good, man. I don't know what to tell you. If you're losing TVPs as a Protoss player, make more Zealots, I guess. Cure is holding, but just barely. 24 SCVs died. 24. Oh my gosh. That is now 38 to 24 workers in favor of herO. It is 53 SCVs that have been killed to 23 probes. It's a massive, massive advantage. Again, the Mules will help. The triple orbital will help Cure stabilize here, especially on 3 bases. And again, herO's just on 3 bases. He's not like he's expanded twice during this. He's putting all of his money into more probes, into more Stalkers, into more Zealots. Nice dodge there. I was going to say blink dodge, but it's just a Warp Prism pickup dodge. Not the same thing, as it turns out. But yeah, I mean, at some point, herO needs another base, or like, you need to win soon, because you cannot... Nice blink dodge again. You cannot just sit here on 3 base to 3 base and expect to win this game. And yet... I think, again, there's a window where he can pull this off. Zealots, kite, Archon. Another Psy Storm EMPing that Archon would be nice, but it's not happening. Where my Ghosts are at, the Psy Storms are really good. I don't know why, like, some... Okay, there we go. EMP, Archon immediately melts. Stalkers trying to blink as much as they can against all this, but... Zealots keeping the Stalkers alive as much as they can. It's an extremely tight... Oh my gosh, EMP on that Archon again. Extremely tight potential hold here from Cure. He does chase herO away. He loses 5 more SCVs in the absolute bloodbath, though. This matchup is crazy aggressive. herO cannot just afford to go home, but dude, it's 41 to 16 army supply. Has Cure pulled this off? Has he defeated herO? I know Cure won a GSL, but herO's resume is like 50 pages long. He's been good for so long. He's so good right now, and this would be a bit of an upset if Cure can win this, despite the current state of TVP, where Terrans seems like kind of have an advantage. I mean, it's not a huge advantage. We definitely have Terrans beating Protoss in professional tournaments, or Protoss beating Terrans in professional tournaments quite often, and the other way around too, obviously. Widow Mine bruises up that huge group of Zealots, man. And then down into the third base we go. Zealots on the other side getting some work done at the same time. Dude, yeah, these Zealots are trying to protect these pros, but that's terrible positioning for the Zealots. They're bouncing around behind the mineral line. They can't do anything about this. Another Psy Storm comes in, but Cure dodging, eating some of the storm, dodging the storm, eating the storm. Still alive. These Marauders are awesome at this stuff. The Zealots do force a lift off at the third base. More dudes coming out to deal with it. 50 to 19 army supply, and I think Cure has done it, folks. That third Nexus is dead. Crazy dead. And that's it. We're done. Cure's won it. 3 base in Cure. I know it's not looking great, but it exists. And herO's base does not exist. Yeah, he went for 3 base, aggression pressure all the time to try to take down Cure. Cure has survived it. Oh, that Warp Prism got sniped. High Templar had to recall home. herO's got a better economy, but it's 30 workers on 2 bases, and they're both basically mined out. Main base is mined out, natural base. Yeah, so income looks like this, where Cure has an income advantage, despite being down half, and yeah, that's it. Wait, what did herO see? Hit that like button if you enjoyed that one, though. That was a lot of fun. And again, if you're a patron of mine at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin, thanks for being that, too. Appreciate the support. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a patron, and you're watching this, like, later October 2025. We're right here? Yeah, look, man, it's double the army supply. You don't have a third base. You don't have the money to get a third base. You can't just lift off... Nice feedback. You can't just lift off your main base and make a third with it like Terran can. Can ya? Oh, yeah, he just... Yeah. Okay, we're not retreating from here. That's a GG. So, GG! What a fun game. PvT, man. That's what we're talking about. Why is this music still running? Okay, EWC referee A has left the game. There you go. Way to go. Resources lost 21,000 for herO, 18,000 for Cure. If you lose more resources as a Protoss against a Terran, that's normal. But it's still never fun. 68 SCVs died. Dude, if you told me that herO would kill 70 SCVs in 16 minutes against Cure, I would say he probably won. Although Terran can absorb SCV losses way more than other races can. So that's part of the problem here. So, end of the day, that is 5 Archons killed. Most of them got EMP'd, which is huge. A lot of Marines died. 75 Marines, 7 Ghosts. They got their snipes off. They got their EMPs off. They really helped against things like the Zealots. I mean, everything Protoss has is weakened by the EMP. So, nicely done. The Ghosts. Nexus died. No command centers died. That's a huge number here, too. And it's just not enough. Just not enough here at the end of the game from herO to pull it off. He didn't expand. He tried to end the game off of 3 bases, and he couldn't. And that was it, man. So, woo! GG. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. We got StarCraft 2 content on all of those places. And until next time, as always, thanks for being here in 2025, and you take care of yourself.